Hi all of you, hope you guys are great and welcome back to yet another video. In the last video we talked about variables in Solidity. We have seen all those three variables which are there in Solidity, like state variables, global variables and local variables, and we have seen in practical. Okay, so if you haven't watched that video, must go and watch and understand every single fundamentals which I try my best to explain in the last video about variables. In this video we're going to talk about constant in Solidity, that what is constant and why even it exists in Solidity programming. Okay, so here what I have done here, I have already created a separate file for that constant, and here I have provided my license identifier. I think so far you guys are very familiar with this general convention which you have to follow for writing code. Okay, so let's talk about constant, that what is constant and why it even exists in Solidity. So every single programming language has some sort of conventions, and in Solidity the constant keyword define those variables which not going to be changed, it going to be remain forever as it is. So when we want to declare such type of variables, we use the keyword constant, and this keyword will save a lot of gas fee. Okay, so let me provide this comment for all of you guys so you guys can understand what I'm talking. Constant are available that cannot be modified. That's what I have said, that this constant keywords cannot going to be modified very frequently, and you don't want to do it once you deploy your contract. Their value is hard coded and using constant keywords, and this will save gas fee. Okay, so we all know that whenever we want to run our smart contract or our code in blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, we have to pay gas fee for that. So when you use this keyword constant and define your variable as a constant variable, then in such case what happens, that you have to pay little less gas fee for that. Okay, so now let's see in practical. Okay, so here I've written a simple smart contract and I follow the same general convention. I have provided my version name and contract name is constant, and here I have written something for all of you. So when defining constant variable in your smart contract, you have to follow some conventions, like you have to define your constant as a upper variable. So as you can see here, what I have done here, I have taken this address, it's a public, and I've used this constant keyword. So whenever you want to define any constant in your smart contract, you have to assign constant and then you have to give the name of that variable. So here I've given the address name. So this is a very simple smart contract. What it will do, it will take the money from other accounts and store in the smart contract. So this is what I have defined, because this contract address is not going to be changed very frequently, because all the money which I'm going to take, it's going to be stored inside this smart contract. And here I have taken another variable which is a unt type public, and it's a constant. Again I have defined the constant, and here I've given the name of that variables, and this is the value. Okay, so this is the general convention you have to follow. You have to understand one thing, that when you define constant in your smart contract, it will help you to save little gas fee. Okay, you don't need to pay high amount of gas fee for running your transactions. And when you define the constant keyword constant variable, you have to explicitly write the keyword constant, and then you have to define the variable. In this way your smart contract will know that this is the constant variable. Okay, so that's all about constant. Now let me run this one. I'm getting error. Let's see what error I'm getting. So let's over on it. And multiple SPD. Okay, I have provided multiple SPD, so let me remove this part and let's save it. Okay, so right now the error is gone, and let's try to deploy this contract, and let me show you. So if I come here, and here I have already my own contract, and let's deploy one more time, and here I have the contract. Let's open it, and here I have the two functions because of this public keyword. If I call it, I can easily able to see the value. If I call this one, I can see that. If I open my console, and you can see all the call stacks, all the transaction which is happening. So in the last video I talked about the variables, where I have said that whenever you deploy a contract, whenever you perform any kind of transactions, some other global variables get added to in that transaction on the blockchain. So as you can see, the from, to, variables type, so all the call stack you can find here. Okay, if you click on any one of these, you can able to find more details like from, to, execution cost, output, decode rate. So these are the values you will get each of the time whenever you run this contract. In short, when you write your smart contract and when you define a variable which is not going to be the change, okay, you're not going to change that variables in future, or you want that variable to be fixed, in such cases you have to use this constant keyword. And when you use this keyword, it will save a little gas. You have to pay less amount for running this code, this smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's for this video. Hope everything is clear about the constant, that how you can define it and what it does and how you can utilize it in your smart contract. So with that said, now let's move to the next video.